Francis Dave from Soulgate Travel Adventures. So today I want to share with you a strategy I found when I'm traveling through Newark Airport, and I'm looking for inexpensive hotel accommodation at the airport or nearby. Let's talk about it. So on our last transatlantic cruise out of New York City, we needed one night in a hotel at Newark Airport. And at the time, for the dates we were looking at, I was looking at probably $300 Canadian at least for an airport hotel. And I know from my stays at airport hotels, I have challenges getting good food at reasonable prices close by. A lot of times you just can't, and you're going to go to the hotel dining room, you're going to pay a fortune for probably just mediocre food. So on this particular trip, we had a bit of time. We were getting in to Newark at probably 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So we knew we didn't have a big time stretch to get to the hotel at midnight or something like that. So what we did instead, I found a hotel in a place called Rahway, New Jersey. Now, Rahway, New Jersey, the hotel I stayed at was the Watt Hotel, and that's on a railway station, and the stop is 3 stops from Newark Airport. So it might take 15 minutes tops, door to door, to get from the airport there. So what we did is we took the air tram to the railway station, and you base in the airport, and then you basically take the air tram is free, and then you take the New Jersey Transit train to Rahway. The Watt Hotel is basically right across the street from the train station. So it couldn't be an easier commute. You don't have to drive, you don't need a rental car, none of that. But now you're in an area where you have decent access to food, and you have nice entertainment. So Rahway, if you've never been there, and I hadn't, I'd traveled through New Jersey for years, is a kind of a revitalized arts community in, like say, it's 3 stops from Newark Airport. So there's lots of like performing arts kind of things in the area if you have time for that. The other thing it has is some nice restaurants within easy walking distance to the hotel. So there's a pizza spot just across the street. On this particular trip, we had a little bit more time. It was actually an anniversary day for my wife and we would kind of went a little farther abroad, and I'm talking it was only like one block away, 2 blocks away. And we found a Peruvian restaurant, food from Peru, nice Peru kind of decor. And we had some actually really good rotisserie chicken with Peruvian, a carafe of a Peruvian drink, not alcoholic drink, but just a really nice drink made of cornmeal and various fruit juices kind of mixed with it. We had a really good stop there. Now, that was for dinner. So the hotel itself, again, the hotel is across the street from the train station. It's not even a busy street. You're basically there. So you don't need a cab, you don't need an Uber, you just walk across the street from the train station. And the train station, again, in the morning when you're leaving, is you just walk across the street and you hop on the next train. It couldn't be easier. So the Watt Hotel was named after James Watt, who was kind of a co-inventor with Edison with the invention of light bulbs. So the interesting thing with the hotel, it's named after Watt, is you get all that kind of built-in history when you were there in the lobby. So it's instead of just another Marriott or another Holiday Inn at an airport, you're getting something a little more interesting. The rooms were nice. The background on this story, it was a renovated condo. It was a condo building that kind of went, I believe, bankrupt initially after it was built, I think back in the 90s or something like that. And what they did was they converted the first 2 or 3 floors to hotel, and the rest are basically residential condos on top of that. So it's kind of an interesting mixture. So you're kind of semi-residential, certainly a lot different than an airport hotel. Our first impressions upon arrival, we really liked it. It was a nice, clean hotel. It wasn't loud. The one thing we did ask was to be put on the side away from the train station. I'm a light sleeper. I don't want to I don't want a lot of noise when I'm sleeping, so that was the one thing I asked for. The rooms, I'll show them in the video here. The rooms are absolutely fine. They were large. Maybe if I had to criticize them, I'd say slightly sparsely furnished, but you got a nice big size room. You had a decent desk to work from. So really, we really couldn't complain. The bed was very comfortable. The linen was good. The bathroom was outstanding. So we really enjoyed the room. We had no problems whatsoever with the room. We didn't try the hotel bar. We really weren't there for that. But they had a happy hour, I know, that evening when we were there, and it seemed to be somewhat lively. It wasn't loud. We didn't have the loud music blaring or anything like that from the hotel bar. But we really enjoyed the kind of hotel lobby area, and that check-in was easy. Some of the reviews were like staff was indifferent, possibly. I didn't find that at all. We had an easy check-in, we had an easy check-out. There was really nothing to complain about, so we didn't have a lot of interaction with the staff. So we went to the Peruvian place the night that we were there. And the next morning, there's a bagel place across the street. We just ran across the street for bagels, had in-room coffee anyway. And it was great. We were in and out. We hopped on the train into Penn Station directly from there. Penn Station, subway to Wall Street, just a 2-block walk to the ferry. And then we took the ferry over to Brooklyn cruise terminal. So you couldn't have better set up for transit. So it was really good. So what we ended up with was a far better, more interesting place to stay than just another airport hotel, because we had time. It wasn't like a 12 o'clock arrival, 12 p.m., midnight arrival. We had lots of time. We enjoyed the town, and we would do it again. So I encourage you, if you're looking for a place to stay for Newark Airport overnight, take a look at going just a little bit farther around and trying the Rahway area. It's really nice. We enjoyed it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it interesting. Remember to like, subscribe. And if you've stayed there before, let me know in the comments, or if you have any questions about the hotel, maybe I'll be able to help you out. Again, have a great day. Thanks for watching.